Hello, my friends. I'm Kelsey Matheson. I'm an entrepreneur and a life and business coach for women. And I want to dive into something that many of us have been talking about this week. Many of us are experiencing this week, and that is the topic of big emotions. The kind of emotions that feel super overwhelming, that can kind of stop us in our tracks. We are carrying a lot right now. And for those of you who are business owners, you might be struggling to show up. Or you might be confused or struggling with how do I show up? How do I show up and deliver? How do I show up and be present with my audience or with my clients? And some of you might be resisting and feel like you're expected to show up and deliver regardless of how you're feeling. So if you're feeling like that's a huge ask for you right now, that's okay. Let me offer you this. Situations like this, when we're feeling stuck in the darkness, when we're feeling overwhelmed, where all we want to do is sit on the couch and be in our pajamas and doom scroll or watch Netflix or eat a bag of chips, these moments are powerful opportunities for growth and connection. And I know your brain doesn't want to go there. That's your healthy brain working. But it's a powerful opportunity for growth and connection for you, for your clients, for your audience, because one thing I know for sure is catastrophizing will keep you stuck. It's not going to help. And I'm not talking about bypassing your emotions. We all experience moments when the weight of what's going on around us feels like it's just too much, especially when it's amplified by the news, by social media, by the thoughts and the opinions of everyone, and of course, our own thoughts that are ruminating in our minds. So what I want to show you today is that feeling these big emotions is a good thing. Even though our brain tries to usually avoid feeling the hard stuff, or it'll stay stuck in catastrophizing. But feeling those big feelings is healthy. When we're able to lean into those feelings, it's healing. It allows us to process. Okay, so this is a sign that you have the capacity to care, that you have the capacity to connect, and that you have the capacity to go deep. So let's talk a little bit about the cost of suppressing or numbing emotions. Because when we push our emotions down or we try to ignore them or numb them through eating or drinking or scrolling or shopping or working, it doesn't make them go away. It pushes them aside or it pushes them down for the moment, and it might even feel good at that moment, but it's incredibly harmful in the long run, especially if you are trying to evolve, if you're trying to be a more powerful leader, if you're trying to grow your business. I always tell my clients, if the emotions are surfacing, it means they're ready to heal, or at least there's a layer of that wound that's ready to heal. But here's the thing. You don't have to ignore your feelings to be an effective leader or entrepreneur. In fact, by acknowledging your emotions, you become stronger. Imagine if you could use these big emotions to actually drive you forward into inspired action, into serving the people who need you instead of it holding you back. So let's talk about reframing. Let's talk about a few powerful reframes to help you feel more in control. Okay, so let's look at some ways that these big feelings could actually help you in your business. So for example, if you are feeling like everything is overwhelming, I hear that a lot. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so overwhelmed. Or maybe you're feeling uncertain. Feel into that. Own that. Accept that's where you're at. And try reframing it so that the thought actually serves you. Because when you're just like, I'm overwhelmed, you've hit a wall. That's not serving you. So what I mean by reframing is you take the thought, like, this is too much, or I'm devastated, and you could shift that thought of, in this moment, I'm feeling overwhelmed. In this moment, I'm feeling devastated. And this is clearly helping me navigate something new. This is a new challenge that I'm learning to navigate. Like, it shifts the focus from feeling trapped to seeing yourself as resilient and capable. It takes your control back, right? And it also doesn't bypass what you're feeling. It's still validating the emotions that are surfacing that are real for you. Or if you're feeling unmotivated, like sitting on the couch with the pajamas and the bag of chips, instead of seeing that as a sign that you're stuck or that you're a failure, just reframe it. Okay, this is an opportunity to realign with what truly matters and serve my audience who needs me. Each emotion is an invitation for you to look deeper, for you to ask, what is this trying to tell me? How is this happening for me and not to me? And if you're going through some big stuff, guess what? Your clients are probably going through the same big stuff or something similar. We all have big stuff going on in our lives. So as business owners, I think we have a responsibility to our clients, to our communities who are looking to us for support, especially in times of uncertainty. So maybe some of your clients are, let's say, thrilled with the outcome this week, and maybe some of your clients are super disappointed, and maybe they're even grieving. Our job is to meet them where they're at and show up for them. Show up authentically. But ask yourself, what do my clients need from me right now? And that might be words of encouragement, that might be a grounding message, or even just a space to be heard. Like, supporting our clients doesn't mean that we have to have all the answers or that we're not going through big stuff ourselves. It just means that we are present and we're available in ways that really matter to them and the ways that they really need. So, for example, I was recognizing that with my own community, what they really needed was a safe space to work it all out. So I decided to open up my calendar for some free calls. And I'm calling them the Clarity and Confidence Reset Sessions. And there's no strings attached. I just felt like this was a time when people needed a safe space to feel supported, to feel grounded, to come back to center. And that's what these sessions are for. They're just to serve, to be a safe space for me to listen and then help bring a little clarity for my clients or for whoever needs something like this, needs a session like this, while we're dealing with some chaos or while they're dealing with some big emotions. For example, in my intuitive marketing membership yesterday, I created a safe space for my group to talk and share what they were going through. And then I helped them shift into a place where, look, they still had their big feelings, but they also felt more empowered. So how can we take these big feelings and still show up as entrepreneurs? There's a 3-step process that you can try immediately. Right after this video, you can implement it. Okay. Or you can even do it as I'm speaking right now. Just pause the video as you're listening to this. But name the emotions and sit with them. I talked about this in one of my earlier videos. Name the emotions and sit in the feeling of them. Write down what you're experiencing without judgment. Don't try to fix it. Don't try to change it. Just acknowledge it. And as you write it down, then you take a moment and just look at it. Just look at it down on paper, and you'll be surprised at how much power it takes away from the feeling just by writing them down and then looking at them from a more objective space. And then number 2 is what we talked a little bit about earlier, reframe for growth. So ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? How can I reframe this so it serves me and doesn't keep me stuck? So instead of thinking I'm overwhelmed, try shifting it to I'm feeling overwhelmed and this challenge is making me stronger. Or instead of I'm stuck, try I'm feeling stuck and this is an opportunity to pause and reset. So did you notice that I'm going from I'm overwhelmed, like it's a fact, to I'm feeling overwhelmed, or I'm devastated to I'm feeling devastated? Our emotions are caused by the thoughts we have about a situation. It's not factual that you're overwhelmed or that you're devastated. That can't be proven in court. It's a feeling. It's an emotion. It's not a fact. Do you know what I mean? And it's hard for our brains to kind of reconcile. But reframing your thoughts in this way gives you a sense of agency. It's a reminder that We're not just reacting, we're choosing how to respond. And you might choose to feel that devastation. That's okay. But when I'm feeling devastated versus I'm devastated, you just have a lot more agency. You have a lot more control to play with that. And then also to state an and statement after it. I'm devastated and I'm really learning and growing from this experience. I'm becoming stronger because of this experience. And then step number three is just set a micro goal. Just pick one small step that you can take right now, today, that's aligned with who you want to be for yourself and for your clients. Who you want to be as an entrepreneur. Just take one small step. This might be reaching out to a client just to see how they're doing, touch base. This might be finishing a small project that kind of takes, your focus onto just finishing this one small project that you've been wanting to finish, or even taking a moment just to ground yourself and breathe or journal, right? Doesn't necessarily have to be business related. It's just one small micro goal that you set for yourself just to create a little forward motion, a little momentum. It doesn't really matter how small. So I would love for you to think about how what you could offer your clients that could serve them in a way that truly supports them right now. Even if it's if it's a little different, or especially if it's a little different from your usual approach, like maybe it's opening up some extra time for calls. Maybe it's sending them, a check-in message, or creating a small resource to help them work out what they've been going through. One of my clients actually, she was thinking about hosting like a free dance party, a free online dance party where her clients could just come and shake it off and cry it out and just come together and support one another. Another client was thinking about doing like a primal screaming session for women. And, as I shared, I opened my calendar to support my audience with some free sessions. So sometimes the smallest gestures make the biggest impact. And I have to tell you, it makes me feel better. Like as I've been having some of these sessions, and we're connecting and I'm helping them and I'm serving them, that makes me feel better. And people will remember you and be so grateful that you were there to support them during some difficult times. So as you go about this week, I want you to remember emotions are not there to hold you back unless you let them, unless you catastrophize and you stay stuck in that state. Emotions can be here to guide you. They can teach you. They can make you stronger. And if you need a little extra support or just a space to breathe, remember, I've got you. I'm here for you. Take me up on my offer. There's a link in the comments to set up a call. If you're feeling the weight of all of it, just consider booking one of my clarity and confidence reset sessions. It's just a moment for you to ground yourself, to talk it out. And I can help you find direction, and I can help you to reconnect with what really matters the most. So thank you for watching. If you need more of this content, please like and subscribe. If you know somebody else who could really use this, please share this video with them. And just really be grateful for yourself. Like give yourself a little pat on the back for showing up for yourself. You're someone who wants to make a difference. Clearly, you would not be watching this if you weren't. And if you're watching this, you're clearly somebody who wants to make a difference, not only in your own life, but also in your business and in the lives of others. You have everything you need right now within you right now to navigate what comes next. So I'm sending you so much love. Mwah. And I will see you next time. Ciao for now.